Hello friends and welcome to Reads and Eats. My name is Fiona. I hope you've had a really good week. Mine's been not bad actually. I've had a nice week, which is good, and I kind of looked at my diary today, or the diary on my phone, and I'm like, oh my lord, like kind of the next 4 weeks are like chalk up it in a good way. In a good way. It's not like I'm complaining. It's like I've got fun activities happening in the prep for Christmas, so I've got so that's great, but I will explain them more. You don't need to know about them now. But yesterday was lovely. Yesterday was Halloween. It's also my dad's birthday, so we don't celebrate Halloween. We obviously celebrate Dad's birthday. So we went down to the Scottish borders, to a garden centre cafe that he really loves. So we had lunch down there, and we had a wee wander around. I've got some videos, so I'm going to do all the video that I took yesterday. Will be at the end of this video. We did that, and they had some Christmas stuff out, so we were looking at that, and then we went from there to one of our favourite bookshops called the Main Street Trading Company, and I got video from in there as well, so you'll see that as well. And then came home and did a nice dinner. So it was a lovely day out. We're blessed with the weather. It was beautiful. It was sunny. I didn't manage to get any film of the tree colours because I was doing a lot of the driving, and I just, it's just, Mum could probably have done it, but I just wanted to have the day. So I would have loved to have got some of the tree colours, but I just felt Mum trying to video would just not have probably worked very well. But no, so that was yesterday. What else have I done this week? I had a glass lesson. I had a glass lesson on Tuesday. That was lovely. I was out with the other half on Monday, that was just lovely. It was just so nice. We went out in the afternoon and went to a shopping mall near us, and we were sort of looking at Christmas stuff. And I think I said in my tag video that I did this week, but if you haven't watched it, don't worry about it. In one of the shops there were a lot of wind up snow globes. You shoot the snow globe, wound it up, and it had a tune playing. The other half wanted to see if they were all the same. So he kind of shook them, wound them up, and they were all playing different carols, so we kind of quickly walked away. But we had a lovely time together anyway. It was nice, and we were kind of looking at Christmas decorations. He had to buy a few things. So I was looking for Christmas PJs for an upcoming event, so that was fun to do. Reading wise, it's been a good week. So I finished this week Mistletoe Season by Sheila Roberts, Kathleen Fuller, and Pepper Barsham. So the first one is Return to Mistletoe by Kathleen Fuller. Now we meet Emmy, and Emmy has always loved Christmas. And she loves it. She lives in Mistletoe, loves living in Mistletoe. But she doesn't have a man, okay? But Kieran comes back to Mistletoe. He's been abroad for a number of years, renovating up an Irish castle that's in the family. But he's come back for his mum's 70th birthday, and his mum and his sister are absolutely delighted to have him home. And Emmy had a crush on him when she was a child, because she was friends with Kieran's sister. And the two of them kind of reconnect, but she's very aware that he's not going to be here for long and doesn't really want to get involved. But it's a story of will they, won't they? And what are the consequences of if they do? I really enjoy it. I love Kathleen Fuller's writing anyway. So I really enjoyed that story. The second one was The Mistletoe Prince by Pepper Barsham. This was my first book by her, and I really, really enjoyed it. So Prince Aaron St. Clair has come to Ransom, North Carolina as a punishment, okay, for his misbehaviour. There is a reason for his misbehaviour, but his parents and he feel he needs a break from royal duties, royal everything, and so he comes to Ransom to stay with his sister, who is a princess, obviously, but is married to Luke, and Luke runs a carpentry a building company. And on his first night there, on his first night in Ransom, trying to get to his sister's house, his GPS doesn't work. He gets lost, ends up in the pub, and is discovered by Charlie. He's actually falls asleep in the back of Charlie's truck. Charlie works for Luke, and Luke is already texted going, "If you see my wayward brother-in-law, can you let me know?" And when she gets home, she discovers Aaron asleep in her truck, in the boot of her truck, and she brings him out, and she gets him close to the house, and he chucks up all over her. And she phones Luke and goes, "Oh, I've got your brother-in-law," and he's so drunk that he just slides down the wall and sits and falls asleep. When he gets up the next morning at where he should be, he remembers, and he is so embarrassed. But he has to go to work. Hangover or not, he's going to work. And he ends up working on the roof with Luke, doing tiling and stuff, but he then meets Charlie, and he realises who he puked up all over. And she is, not interested. She is like, "Yeah, you've apologised, fine, end of story. I'll work with you, but that's it." But she is organising the Mistletoe Wish, which is a big fundraiser for charity. And it ends up that he is part of his punishment is that he's got to help her with this. So they've been thrown together. And the more time they spend together, the more her defences come down. But it's then the story of does she want to be a royal? Okay. And if she does, what does that mean? She is very shy, is not very good at public speaking. But Aaron and his sister take her under their wing, and they help her to do public speaking, how to dress more femininely, etc. It was beautifully written. I just devoured this book that story in one sitting. I think I devoured all the stories actually in one sitting. It was just so, so good. And I will definitely be reading more of Pepper Basham because I just love the way she writes. It's like, I like the juxtaposition is like, does she want to be a royal? Does she not want to be a royal? What would that mean if she didn't want to be a royal? Not only for her, but for Aaron if they got together. Does Aaron really want to go back to being a royal? So all of this happening as well. It was so good. And then the third one was Say No to Mistletoe by Sheila Roberts. This was a fun. All of them were fun reads. But this one was, had me chuckling in places. So, Hayley Fairchild lives in her small town, and mistletoe is her kryptonite. Every time she has, no, I tell a lie, she doesn't. She lives in New York. That's right, and she's a journalist. But mistletoe is her kryptonite. Every time she kisses somebody under the mistletoe, the relationship just goes kaput. And she has no interest whatsoever in being kissed under the mistletoe again. But she comes home because she's a romance writer. That's right, she's a romance writer, not a journalist. And she's got to finish her latest book, and it's just not going. She's a bit of a writer's block, so she comes home. And her mum and dad are thrilled to see her. One of her friends is really thrilled to have her there. And they've organised a few things because she's got a book coming out. So they organise a book signing at the local bookstore. Her brother's really happy to have her back. His girlfriend, Gwendolyn, I don't think is too happy to have Hayley back because she was really not nice to Hayley in high school. In fact, she was an absolute cow. That's me being nice. And so Hayley reconnects with Carwyn, who was her prom, if I think he was right, did he not? He kissed her, that's right, he kissed her under the mistletoe at a party as a dare, okay, from her brother. And she's sort of crushed on him ever since. But they reconnect when she comes back, and it's like, can they work things out? Do they want to work things out? Does she still want to go back to New York, or does she want to stay in her hometown? And this is kind of the whole story. And it's like, you know, I don't have very many friends in the town, and it's like, well, you know, it's her realizing, well, I do have more friends. Excuse me, more friends than I thought I had. So I really enjoyed all three of them. They were great stories. If you're looking for a Christmas anthology, I would definitely say pick up this one. It was thoroughly enjoyable. And what did I give this one? I gave it 4 out of 5. I then read Fire and Bones by Kathy Rice. Now, what did I give this one? Excuse me till I look at the wee book. I gave it 4 out of 5 as well. This is the latest Temp Brennan. This was my second most anticipated read of this year. Will I get to my most anticipated read for 2024? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. So Temp is looking forward to a holiday with Andrew Ryan. And as per usual, things do not go as expected. She's getting ready to go, and they're going to, you know, she's getting herself all packed up, and she's getting ready to go and pick him up from the airport and stuff, and she gets this phone call from a lady who is friends with her daughter. And this lady Ivy is like, there's been a fire in, now where was it? Is it North Carolina? Washington DC, I tell a lie. And there's been a fire in a property in this area called Foggy Bottom. And Ivy's a journalist, and she wants to get some background on various things to do with fire-related recovery of bodies, etc. And it ends up that Temp ends up having to go to Washington DC because the local police person wants her down there to help forensically go through the property and assess the bodies, etc. So she goes down there, really not happy about it, would rather be going on holiday. Andrew Ryan is not a happy boy either, to the point that they kind of have a telephone argument and don't talk to each other for a while. So you have that going on, but then when she gets to Washington DC, there are a lot of things happening, and the more she looks into what happened at the scene and discovers various things with the help of Ivy, the reporter, they discover that it's actually a bigger story behind everything than they first initially thought. There are other fires happening, there are other people being incriminated, and the police down there are sort of wanting her help, sort of not wanting her help. So you have all of this going on, and it's like, is her life in danger? Is her life not in danger? Is what's going to happen between herself and Andrew? So you have all of this going on. It was really well written. It was one of these keep the pages going, and just like, thoroughly enjoyed it. What I would say is I didn't read it at night. I decided, no, I can't read that at night. I read it during the day, and I think that's better. Not that it's creepy or anything, but I just think sort of burn fire victims, it's just not something you actually want to be reading about at bedtime. So, but I really enjoyed it, and I love my Temp Brennan, so I'm really happy with that. So next book I picked up was Wrapped Up in Love by Janice Lynn. I'm 70% through this book. I should get it finished this weekend. this was the book, the review book that I put down for the Rush review book. So I should get this one finished this weekend. I'm enjoying it, but the main character is annoying me, and is seriously annoying me. I will explain why when I do my review, but she is just, I'm like, ugh. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. And then I've read one chapter of this before I picked up, because I'd forgotten about that one. The Kindle one. And I've picked up Murder in the Book Lover's Loft by Ellery Adams. So looking forward to this one. I have picked this one up for the prompt of brown and orange on a cover as part of the scavenger hunt for the Killing Time Cozies group, because there's brown there and then there's some orange books. Okay, so I'm counting that as my my scavenger hunt book for that. There is another two actually that I could choose as well, that I may choose all three of them, but we'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm kind of going to be reading this weekend. What else is on this weekend? We have the start of the autumn international rugby matches. Tomorrow Scotland play Fiji, so we'll be watching that, and England play New Zealand. So we'll be watching both of those games tomorrow, which will be nice. What else am I doing this weekend? Probably, since it was a busy week last week, going to have a restful week because I'm busy this week. I'm looking forward. Monday I'm meeting a friend for lunch and some Christmas shopping, so that is going to be so much fun. I'm going to start doing stuff for my other half and sort of getting his things sort of organised and bought, so that'll be good. If I've got some energy on Sunday, I may try and tidy out one of my wardrobes. That I have like a shelf above what was the hanging space in one wardrobe. I don't hang in, I sort of hang some stuff in it, but the top shelf is just like, it's like a burach. So it needs to be cleared because I have a thought for the top of my wardrobe for Christmas, and I need to get things off the top of the wardrobe. And if I clear out the non-hanging spaces in that wardrobe, I might be able to put stuff away, therefore be able to do what I want to do. We shall see. I am not promising anything. I'm not saying what I want to do in case it doesn't happen, and then I'm not going to look like such a wally for saying anything. So that's kind of been my week, my reading week, and what I plan to be doing this weekend. Have you read any of the books I've mentioned? If so, come chat with me down in the comments. What have you been reading this week? I would love to know. What are your plans for the weekend? Again, come chat with me in the comments. What did you do for Halloween? I would love to know. I've seen Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm. She was dressed up as Belle. She looked fantastic. And cousin Sonia from Sonia with an Eye dressed up as Merida from the Scottish Disney one. I can't remember what it's called. And she looked superb. I spent a wee while last night trying to teach her a wee bit of a Scottish accent. I don't know if it worked. I'm sure she'll let me know. But she looked great as well. So let me know, were you doing anything for Halloween? I'd love to know. But that's it for this video. I'm going to scoot you over to yesterday and sort of all the footage I got yesterday. There's not a lot, but hopefully you will enjoy it. But once you've watched the video, as I say, come chat with me in the comments. And if you've enjoyed the vibe of this video, please hit that subscribe button. I'm having a really great time. I'm loving getting to know more people and chatting with everybody in the comments, and I really do enjoy that. But until my next video, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye! Okay, we're at a garden centre called Milestone. We just had lunch, but I wanted to show you this tree. This is a wooden themed Christmas tree. There's the clothes hanging. Yeah. I know, I've seen. And then there's this gorgeous picture. It's lit up. Some more tunnel. This is more my aesthetic. I'm kind of a red, gold and green Christmas decor person. Yes, there is a gonk in the tree. And there is a gonk topper. And then the tree that they have, or the picture, is absolutely beautiful. And then you get more decor down here. And just some nice, more nice decorations. They then have this green and white one, which has all of this, and it has an angel at the top. And then you can buy all the different things here. And I know that there's a little girl in America who would absolutely adore these. If I could buy them for you, I would, but... And then this, and then they've got a blue and kind of white, or blue and sort of iridescent times. I actually say that is actually pretty beautiful. Quite like that. Really nice. And then you've got these little trees here. So this is what they've got over here. And they have this kind of display of various, you know, arches, and then wooden. I mean, how cute is that gonk skiing? I love wooden decorations like this. You know, just this is very much my. I love things like this. So here you go. Here's another penguin for you. Same little lady. Would love this. Aren't they so cute? And then more decorations over there and over there. So we're out in the actual, shall we say, the plant section. And just look at the colour of this. This is just beautiful. Just love the colour of that. Don't know the garden for it, but I love the colour. And the colour over here as well, it's really cute. If you're wondering what's tinkling, I bought a couple of I will be buying a couple of decorations. A wee snowman and some pine cones. And I've got a friend whose birthday's in a couple of weeks, so I'd given her a succulent, yeah, it was a succulent, but it didn't survive because I'd used it as a cutting. So I decided I would get her a new plant. But how is that for a statue? Would you not want one of those in your garden, eh? Isn't that lovely? And then there's a little fold beside it. And then there's another one, but they've got loads of plants here. Just really, really nice. I've also found a deer. Yeah. Isn't he gorgeous? Not Rudolph though, I don't think. But he's still really nice. As I was saying, we're at our favourite bookshop called the Main Street Trading Company. I just wanted to let you see their windows. So I'm going to walk across, try not to get run over. So kind of here's one window. Here's another one, which says tripping over the curb. And then if I take you down here, it says Bothered by Bugs by Emily Gravel or Gravel. How well done is that window? And then if I go to this one, it's still the same book. They have really done a really good job of that. And then, isn't that a gorgeous? I get a decal. And then there's that. And then there's that one. So I'm going to go inside and see what I can find. Okay, I've come inside. I've asked permission to film in here. But again, obviously, if there are people around, I'm not going to basically shove a camera in their face. But I'm just gonna give you an idea of what they have. Oh, how lovely is that advent calendar down there? Hold on, let's see if I can get it out. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, that's lovely. And they've got a Midnight Fox one. They have a High Street one. And they've got, what's this one? Whip It Wonderland. They're lovely. And then they have such a great selection of books. And I'll show you what I picked up. So definitely very happy to pick up kind of that magazine. It also has a cafe through the other side, but it's busy, so I think I probably won't film in there. But they also have such a wonderful selection, and you find books in here that you maybe don't see in other bookstores. And then they have little books, Macmillan Scholar Library ones. Just lots of different ones there. And then you've got all of these as well. I say I'm being very careful. I really don't want to get anybody else in. So kind of the recommended poetry, mysteries, crime and thrillers. And kind of general fiction, kind of all the way along here. So also just do a wee sweep. And then I was going to go see. Do I need any more books? No. Would I be happy if I walked out of here without one? Actually, probably yes, I would. Is it possible I will walk out of here with one? Without one? Highly possible. But we'll see. If there's one that takes my fancy, what I may do is take a picture of it and then wait and maybe get it after Christmas. So I hope you're able to kind of see what we've got here. So I'm going to go through and try and get into the children's section just to let you see it, but as I say, it depends on what it's like. Oh, we've also got these ones over here. You've got like sport, science, health and sustainable life. So we've got a lot there. You've got Ma over there having a look at a book. You've got Dad there. So let's see what we've got here. Classics. And then I'm just going to go to the floor so I don't pick anyone up. A really lovely little book corner. This is the book burrow. They have some children's things, and then if I go in this way to the children's section, they have a really good children's section. I really, I think it's very well done. I've bought a couple of things here actually, children's book wise, for my nieces and nephew when they were younger. Just some beautiful middle grade and everything, so it's good. I'm just trying to kind of give you an overview so that I don't get anybody in the frame, as it were. And then you have these beautiful, shall we say, more classic-y ones, and some nature type. And then you have those. And if you go over here, you've got you have some other books here. Cookery, garden, animals and nature, which is really good. And Christmas, like cookery books. Sometimes my kryptonite, sometimes not. Some more, I think shall we say, spooky books. And then we have YA here, which is again really, you get a very good selection, which is great. Oh. There we go, and some more. And just be very careful so I don't get anybody in the shop. And they do like really nice chocolates and stuff. So yeah. So this is Main Street in St Boswell's. So it's a really lovely bookshop. So you ever find yourself in St Boswell's on the Scottish Highlands and the Scottish borders, you know where to come. We've stopped for an afternoon cuppa on the way home and just thought I'd let you see the view from outside the cafe. This is us looking from Mid Lothian over to East Lothian, and then right the way over in the distance Hold on till I see you zoom in. You see Fife under the clouds. So yeah, so this is bonny Scotland on a sunny day. If I had been able to get my camera out, I was driving, but the sunlight on the trees today was just beautiful. But I couldn't get any of that because, as I say, I was driving. But I just thought I'd let you see another bit of Scotland.